Hello everybody and welcome to another Fly UK stream. So yeah, we are flying from Dublin to Heathrow today, and yeah, I'm going to take you all on board. So we have Jerry also in the cockpit as well. So do you want to say hello to Jerry, to everybody?
Good evening, everybody. Nice to be back. Off for a few days, but we're back for working.
And Kim is over on the TikTok as well. So how you doing, Kim?
Hello, Kim. How are you keeping?
It's how long will the flight take, Jerry? It's about an hour, isn't it? Hour and a half.
Last time I looked at it with the winds, we're looking at about just over 50 minutes.
Oh, 50 minutes. Oh, blimey.
Yeah. I'll be blown up.
Lightning speed. So, yeah. Good evening, Dan and Jerry. Long time no see. Kim has said. Yeah, it's that is true. It wasn't that long ago. I mean, when was our last stream, Jerry?
I think it was Monday, and then I had to go somewhere between Tuesday and got back this morning, and that's it. We're back doing the real stuff. The real stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So so what we'll do, we'll get started. But before we do, it's part of the Patreon promise to welcome the Patreons on board. So Patreon is a way you can support the channel further, and it all starts from £2.50 a month, and obviously that's your local sort of currency, so it will be converted. But who's in economy? So nobody is still yet in economy. It's a completely empty cabin in economy at the moment. But in business, we have Living History UK, the aviation guy, Matthew Allen, and the rest are empty. So there's 50 seats that are only allowed in business class this evening. And in first class, we have Christian and the 11 empty first class seats. Again, I appreciate everybody that's supporting the channel through Patreon and through other means as well. But a special thank you to the Patreon members. I do appreciate it. So we'll get back in the cockpit, and we'll get powered up. So I think it's the toilet keep going. I've just noticed. So available.
Is somebody in the toilet again?
Yeah, I think the toilet keeps going. There we go. So we'll put the APU on as well. Seatbelt signs on. Also on. Crew oxygen. ADIRSs. And this video, recent video, this looks familiar.
Oh yeah, I wonder where that came
from. Thanks, Jerry, for that latest video. That was one of the latest videos. Really appreciate it.
Problem.
Okay. Oops. No, we don't want that one. Okay.
It's okay. I'll go down and use the box stand, and I get a little bit of weather for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Super.
Noah Snower has said, my first time on a plane in a game. It's true. Evening, Medic Stephen. How you doing over on Twitch? Thanks for joining the stream. I have my second fly lesson on Sunday. Oh, well, best of luck to that. It'll be really good to share the skies with you once you get your license. Okay, so Jerry's just setting up the box for us at the moment.
Mind you getting the weather at the moment. If you want me to set the box up, just call.
Oh no, it's fine.
Yeah, that's super.
Okay, so I haven't actually seen this that screen before. You know.
Which one?
That one that you were previously on.
Oh,
did you clear it? Is it when you clear it out?
This is the one that it was on here. Was the ATIS
that
screen?
One? Yeah, I haven't seen that before.
Okay, yeah, you can get the ATIS or the METAR. No, I did check VATSIM tonight, and ATIS is live, so we can actually get printed ATIS.
Oh,
when they're not controlling Dublin, we don't get the digital ATIS. You know.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it all depends on them. Again, I say it every single stream. Those guys on VATSIM. They've developed a fantastic product over time, in fair play.
Yeah, that's crazy. Medi Stephen, when do you start your commercial training? So hopefully next month. I got my first class medical. I know, first class medical at the end of the month. So that's a Monday at Heathrow Airport. So I've booked the day off work, and I think I might go geek mode after my medical and do a bit of plane spotting. Hi Marwan over on YouTube, how you doing? Greetings from Jordan. Oh wow. See, it's crazy, isn't it? How far
we
this
are
stream
getting
goes.
around. It is really getting around, isn't it?
We haven't even left Dublin yet, and we're over in Jordan. It's crazy.
I love it. Love it.
Lots of buttons, looks complicated. Oh,
yeah, we're still trying to figure it out.
So we got the 80s records as well. So we actually have live, like Joey said, live ATC tonight.
Yes, we do. Let me actually tune in Dublin. We can let everybody hear. And if we're a bit too busy, we'll just retune the back off again. Okay.
This is going to be interesting. We'll see whether whether I switch my radios as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So let me see we have the ATIS. We have them. Let's try the ATIS. Let's 1, 2, 4.
Okay, I've got that. It's coming through.
Got that. Can you hear us? Yeah.
Yep.
I can't.
Oh, you're joking?
No, I'll get it now. I get it. I think there's a way in now. But yeah. Don't let me disturb you. You work away.
I
know if I do it a different way, I should be able to get it.
I mean, how nice to get an audio ATIS. It's great.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to tune in the tower and we do a radio check.
Okay, well...
and the ATIS is also printed out for you there, okay?
Okay, so I'm just going to put the fuel in while we're waiting as well. So we've got 5.5 tons of fuel. Now, in the real aircraft, 5.513, what would you actually do? You just do 5.6?
I round it up to the closest point.
Points, yeah, 5.6 then.
Yeah.
Oh, so always up, obviously, yeah. Okay, so 5 points. 5.6 is what we're going for. Tons of fuel. Estimated 3 minutes. There we go.
Interesting. I have no audio from ATC.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'll keep working on it.
Okay. Well, I'm in observer mode as well, so I don't know.
Okay. Oh, there's something coming through there. Let me just double check. Okay, let's see. Does this work? Dublin Tower, very good evening. Shamrock 182 radio check.
Shamrock 182, good evening.
You tell me if you hear them on your side.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
Okay, what did you say?
Shamrock readability 5.
Okay, let me just...
if you want to get back to them and just say we're just one of us, we're having a shared cockpit, one of us can hear but not the other, so...
Yeah, let me just double check. Put that up to there. Okay, you just continue on, I'll figure this out.
Okay.
If it's gonna go wrong on a live, it's gonna go wrong on a live, you know?
Well, at least we're putting the motion lotion in, which is what
Giza.
Thingy Giza says. So he calls it motion lotion.
Yeah.
It's being fueled up 4.7 tons of fuel. I noticed the in-op stickers have changed to red this time. I mean, they must have used their batch of yellow in-op stickers.
Right. Okay.
And okay, so Medic Steve said, "Oh, nice. Good luck with that." Good luck with that. I'm sure we'll be fine. I have to book my medical soon, but get a few lessons first. Hello from Thailand. Oh wow.
Really coming far, aren't they?
It is going far. Ashley, brother-in-law, where are you going tonight, Dan? We're going to Heathrow, so Dublin to Heathrow, so not anywhere too far actually. Which runway are you landing at Heathrow? So at the moment we.
Oh, good question. Let me have a little look.
If we look at this, so apparently 27 right. 27 right. So can you hear any of that chatter?
I can't hear. No, I can't hear any of it. No.
Okay, how strange.
I'm still working on that there. So don't let me disturb you. So at the arrival runway in Heathrow this evening is runway 27 left.
Okay.
I have an idea what's wrong here. Let me double check.
Evening from Sutton Coldfield. Blimey. It's not too far from Tamworth. I'll have a bit of a look outside while we're waiting. So we're travelling via Aer Lingus today. So the last stream was EasyJet, I think it was. But we're going down that route. I'll set up the box while we're waiting.
Yeah, I've looked at all of the settings here and I still can't get it in. However, we can use the ATC from the point of view that I can actually call when I'm calling ATC, and you gotta listen to when they give us a clearance. So,
no, dear me.
I tell you what. For a moment, can you just disconnect?
I'm going to disconnect just in case it's me interfering.
Yeah, just disconnect it, and I'll go and decide it, and then we get you to come back in.
Okay, I've disconnected.
If we don't resolve this in a few minutes, Dan, we might just do without the ATC tonight. It'd be nice to have it, but
I think so.
That's just.
Well, to be honest though, I could just because I'm in observer mode, so my plane's not being projected. Is that right? Is that how it works?
Maybe. We're still figuring this out sometimes.
Yeah. So in that case, I could just have the ATC in the background for background chatter.
Yeah. Sure.
So,
yeah.
Thanks, British Armed Forces. I love your Microsoft Flight Simulator live streams. Well, we have really good fun doing these streams. Just glad everyone tunes in to watch them.
Yeah, just got a message. Yeah, it looks like ATC is for everybody except Jerry. No, Jerry's the only one not getting it.
Oh.
There. It's probably a small setting here. I'll just keep going at it. I'll tell you what.
And have you checked these settings and the audio? I mean,
yeah, this is exactly where I'm at the moment. Let's say at 21:45, if we don't solve the audio, that's it. We just keep.
We're going.
We're going, and that's it. Can't keep the passengers waiting because they get a little bit irate,
Definitely.
And
so it still not works even with me disconnected.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna reboot it all up. So there you go. Let's see. There we go.
We're waiting.
Okay, so what I can tell you is all the settings regards to the computer is fine, so you can just leave that at the moment.
Okay.
That's a strange one. Dan, I'm not going to actually spend any more time on this because I could.
Okay.
Alternate, all right?
Yeah. Let's. I'll stay as an observer, so we got the chatter.
Sure. I'll just leave it there at that. Okay, so back into the cockpit. I'll set up. You've got the box all done. I'll have a quick look at the departure. So for when you want me to give the brief, I'll do that. And that's it. We're all good. What time are the drinks coming around on the trolley? Oh, quickly after we take off. What else do we got coming here? Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is the sim that we're using. Sorry, I'm just giving a few bits of information out here, Dan, while you're busy. 2020 is what we're using. What we have here in Dublin tonight is extra scenery, and it's actually fairly representative of what the Dublin layout is. So it's actually quite good. We're trying to give you the best bang for your buck. Let's have a look. What else?
I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM as well, just in case.
Sure.
I'm just not too sure if it'll beam the aircraft over.
Sure.
So I'd rather not take the risk.
Sure. No
okay.
worries.
All right. So hi guys. Flight delay. Yeah, Matthew. We've got a little bit of a delay. So Matthew's a business class patron. Member over on the stream, so big shout out to Matthew here. So yeah, there's a bit of a delay. We've had some ATC audio problems, so yeah, we're a little bit delayed, but we shouldn't be too far behind. Okay, so let's just okay, 5.6 tons. We've got that. Passengers are on board.
So I'll set the QNH for you, 1039. Very high pressure in the last few days.
169, so there we go.
Yeah.
Yes, the passengers actually are still boarding. I don't know if we can speed that process up or anything. Okay, let's... it looks real. It definitely looks real. How is Dan and Jerry this evening? I'm good, thank you. I'm a little bit tired after this week at work, but is it cansado for tired in Spanish? But yeah, quite tired. It's been a busy week. How about you, Jerry?
Yeah, it's been a fairly busy week. Working hard from Tuesday till this morning, I should say, and a little bit tired, let's say, but we've got a few days off now to chill, relax, and do a few broadcasts if we can. Yeah,
it's going to be great. So we'll wait for the passengers to board, and we can do the center gravity ease in. Again, I don't know whether...
How many have we got tonight, Dan? 169?
Yeah, 169. Yeah.
And how many is on board at the moment, did you say?
16.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So we've got a bit of time. So we'll answer some questions while we're waiting. And,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll go from there. So has everybody had a good week? How's your week been, Kim? Can you program sim to land at any airport, even the small ones like Shoreham, Sussex?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. The shorter runways, you got to be careful. Obviously, the bigger the aircraft, the more runway you need to land, and you certainly don't want to be introducing any dangerous type of landings into those airports. That's in real world, obviously, you know.
And roughly, do you know the minimum the Airbus A320 can land in? Do you know rough off the top of your head? Do you know?
Sorry, say that, Dan.
Do you know what the smallest runway an Airbus A320 could possibly, in real life?
Okay, well, I'm not going to answer that as in here's X amount of feet. It depends on a lot of things. It depends on weight. It depends on obviously the atmospheric conditions. What your limitations can change on the aircraft based on winds, based on visibility, based on it's an auto-coupled approach. So when you come, if I was going to say the shortest runway, I actually really can't give you a figure at the moment, because it depends. If you're going into a short runway, you're probably in a bit of a position where you have a failure, and it'd be a fairly bad failure because you want to get on the ground quickly. So it's a great question.
Well, the thing is, the A320 is a very capable aircraft anyway. I mean, I'm pretty sure it could squeeze into some real small airports. Yeah, not necessarily worrying about whether you can take off again. That's the other thing, isn't it? You know, you can land in probably a shorter space than taking off.
Well, I've actually seen on your streams it's very good at landing in the water as well.
How about somewhere like Madeira? Matthew has said on YouTube.
Yeah, they like some Madeira. That's a very good question, because in Madeira, it's one of those what we call a Category C airports. Most people are not allowed to actually land there until you've actually done that approach in the simulator. So you've got the practice, you understand the anomalies with the airport, the problems with they have. I mean, for very light winds down there coming from a certain direction, it actually is approach ban. I think it's winds even just over 10 knots. If it's coming from a certain direction, you're not allowed to actually fly because the turbulence. You're not allowed to land because the turbulence is really bad. So it's a strange one. It's a strange place.
Have you ever managed to land at Madeira?
I have, yeah. I've gone in there now. That's many moons ago, when I was a first officer. I've gone in there with with training captains, and they were the ones that was basically tasked to do those routes. It was just obviously a thing that the company wanted, and that's what they got.
Thanks for the gifts, Dalboy. I believe that's come through as gifts. Any gifts are appreciated, obviously in the stream. Helps obviously zero the cost a little bit, because obviously there's a lot of running costs in terms of streaming software, the services, etc. So it certainly helps with those sort of things. Same as the Patreon members. The old Hong Kong airport, that has been requested, and I will be doing do you fancy doing that one night, trying to go into the old Hong Kong
the old Hong Kong one?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's not. I've got the add-on for it, so we'll have to try this offline first before we go online. But just for compatibility. But
yes,
but yeah,
absolutely.
Cacti, or Kai.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has been requested. It's a great approach. I have done it on a live stream before, but not on an official A to B flight. So it'd be really good to do that. Come in and do it properly if we can get it working. It's actually a cruise. It's a cruise, Kai-Tak, yeah. It's actually a cruise port now, so it's actually used as a cruise port. Apparently, it's been converted. And Jerry, actually, we haven't put the Jerry cam on yet. Are you?
Work away. I'm sitting there. I'm
so
beavering away down here at the bottom.
All right, so there we go. The Jerry cam. It's even got his little record icon on the stream. Look at that.
So look at Dan. Look, there's typical Dan. Always missing in action, huh? Let's have a look out the window here.
You can see Jerry. Look, Jerry's obviously looking from the other side of the aircraft. So it's crazy. We've got right and left hand seat here. We're both flying together in this in this Airbus A320 simulation. So
I just switch off that external power for you, Dan.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. All right, so going back to my cam now, and we'll just have a look at how the passengers are going. I think with all the ATC, it sort of missed my mind about making sure that the passengers were boarding.
Actually, I mean, at the end of the day, there's one or two small bits there to do, Dan. We could actually do it while they're boarding. How about we just go through a quick brief if you pull up the decks and departure?
Yeah, that'd be great.
And if you zoom in onto the box so we can have both on your screen, and I'll just chat through it quickly.
Okay. All right, so
that's only kill 5 minutes.
Okay, so there we go. So I've got the nav charts up.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to do the new flight manual inputs.
And the Dexton 1 Alpha is what we're going to be looking at today.
Okay. Dexton 1 Alpha.
Yeah.
Okay, the chart's up.
Super, and if you want to, you can sort of zoom into the box, so you can double check down while I'm briefing you that I'm actually telling you the truth. Actually, remember we did a brief the other night, and I think we actually trapped something, didn't we? Like, it wasn't in right.
We did.
So So the brief was definitely worth it. So anyway, tonight we're parked on stand 201 in Dublin. When we push back, we're going to go tail to the left, and then we'll taxi straight on down, hang a left, and taxi towards runway 28 left. Once we get on the runway, Dan, I'm going to check the flexes set by AD, call 100 V1 rotate. We'll monitor the engine and flight instruments. We call any failures affecting safety. In the event of a failure before V1, you'll call stop or go. In the event of a stop, you close the thrust levers and select max reverse. I'll call spoilers if I can see them, reverse green, decel, 70 knots, and we'll call ATC. We'll take no further actions until the aircraft has come to a stop, parking brake is set, and then we'll assess the situation. In the event of a failure at or after V1, or you call go, you continue to take off as normal. I'll raise the landing gear and I'll silence any oral warnings. And then once you're stabilized, we consider toga and autopilot. And above 400, we call it 500 feet today, we consider primary ECAM actions. We'll be alert for any pilot incapacitations and deviations from our little SOPs. But the departure today is going to be the Dexon departure. You can see it on the plate, and then each of the plate points that I'll call, you'll also see it in the box there. So then we go straight off runway 28 left, and we'll overfly a beacon called the Oscar Echo. We can tune that in if we wish, 316 kilohertz. And then once we overfly that beacon, it'll be a left-hand turn and basically straight all the way out to a GPS point called Dexon. The initial climb altitude from this plate is going to be up to 9,000 feet, but we're expecting further clearance before we get to Dexon to be up, or after, I should say, higher than flight level 120. Other than that, Dan, I've checked the box. The bits and pieces in there from the departure to the arrival on runway 28 left. And other than that, I can't think of anything else.
Okay, that's great.
Excellent. We're good to go there.
Okay. Thanks, Jerry, for that.
No
that
worries.
Great brief.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we, I mean, on my box, there's no sign of, the line coming out of the runway.
If you look up on your map, is the line going straight ahead with a left-hand turn back down again?
No. So.
Oh. Okay, so you put it up on the stream then, and I'll have
let
a
me
look
just.
there.
Let me just.
If you put it to plan.
I'm gonna.
Oh, sorry, ARC.
I'll put it to
ARC.
plan,
ARC. ARC. That's grand. Now show me what's up there, and then put it to ARC
10.
and say 10, 20 nautical miles.
So there's the airport. There's literally. So it's only got the Dexon. So it hasn't. It's almost like it hasn't got the departure.
So zoom in on the box there, just so I can see on your side of it. Zoom in on the box.
Sorry, the box. Yeah.
I just see on the stream in a moment.
So it's 3 seconds behind.
Yeah. Okay. Let me. So you go to the very top point, and I'll have a look. Okay. So it just doesn't have. So if you go into, you can see Dublin Airport there on that plan by any chance, do you?
No.
At the top?
No.
Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Did you do the init request, yeah?
Yeah, done the, yeah. So you got EIDW.
Okay, that's interesting. But what you can do is depart, and then I can vect you then to Dexon.
Okay, all right.
That's no problem there.
No worries. I thought I'd
just
speak up as we'd had the brief, and I thought,
yeah. Well, this is it. This is how you trap these things. That's what the briefing is for. It's to trap those little anomalies. And listen, what we're looking at here can happen in real life as well.
Yeah, definitely. Matthew Allen is one of the Patreon members. With the A320, do you have to create your own flight plan in something like SimBrief? I've looked at the AT services, and they need a full flight plan submitted. So we do use SimBrief. You can actually put the points in manually, can't you?
You can,
Jerry?
Yeah. You can.
But I mean, SimBrief makes such an easy job of doing it. It makes sense to use it. It's administered. If you don't know what you're doing, like me, okay, I think I missed the other part. Maybe you could do a flight where you have a failure, like an engine failure or something.
We discussed this.
Cool. That would be really cool. Okay, I need to learn how to read nav charts and how to write a flight plan then. Well, you don't have to. I mean, if you go on something like VATSIM, then you need a flight plan, but you don't have to, obviously, if you're flying the game normally. I Obviously, if you want to ask me any questions over on the Patreon, Matthew, then give us a shout. And if I don't know it, then Jerry will be able to help with that. So,
and that's going to be one of the advantages of the Patreon, that by joining there, you'll be able to get direct contact with Dan and myself should I be around. I'll schedule something with the both of us, and you get those questions answered.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, so let's have a look at the passengers. I think we're pretty much there. We should be anyway by now. So. 9 passengers off. Oh blimey! They're the slowest passengers ever today.
I know. We need to get onto the ground handling and sack them. Get some new ground handling.
Oh man. Okay. Okay. So that's great. Matthew said he will do. For those that are enjoying the stream so far, if you want to tap that button over on TikTok, tap the screen, get those likes firing, get it shared, because we will be taking off or taxiing out shortly. And if you enjoying the stream and you want to obviously have more of these live streams, make sure you drop me a follow. And also Airbus A320, real Airbus A320 pilot, he's live with me in the shared cockpit today, so give me a follow as well. I think you got about like 40 followers, haven't you? Something like that.
It's getting there.
It's getting there. So it's creeping up. So I think the 9 should be boarded, hopefully, anytime soon.
We just offload them if they're not.
Yeah, there we go. We're all boarded. Okay, so center of gravity 24.7.
Yeah.
So we'll go to that. I think it's around there. 0. I'd say 1 up.
Oh, shout out to Yvonne. Yeah, I see her in the chat there. That's a friend of ours. She's new to the channel. You're very welcome, Yvonne.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you're a bit of a celebrity, I've heard, over
yeah, well,
Ireland.
I wouldn't say that. probably for the wrong reasons.
I don't know. I don't know, because you seem to get all these fans come in over on the YouTuber side of things.
No, I always tell them about how well liked your channel is, and that you've invited me along, and what we're doing just sort of start growing,
Yeah, no, it's really good fun. I've really enjoyed doing the streams. So 5.6. Okay, shall we call the pushback truck? Okay.
Let's do it.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by.
And Dublin ground, good evening. Shamrock 182. We're on stand 201 for all traffic. We're pushing and starting.
As the truck. Do you want to turn our interior lights on so the overhead lights are turned on and ready for
the lights? Sorry,
the
which ones?
Overhead lights. So if we turn these off, you'll see that there's no.
Oh,
sorry,
yes.
yeah.
Sorry, the panel lights.
Yeah, the panel lights. Sorry, technical
Okay,
word.
sir. The bypass man is
I get
installed.
those
All
always.
doors and hatches closed, and all ground equipment is removed.
It sets the mood, the romantic mood.
You may lift.
Parking brakes set.
Ivana said he's our star.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, so
Standing by for pushback.
standing by for pushback, and I'm selecting
Cockpit to
pushback now.
ground.
You are cleared, and tell me when you want to release the
We are
brake.
cleared for start and push. Parking brake set.
Okay, cleared for
Okay,
push start.
beacon
Please
beacon
release
on.
parking brake.
Okay, so do you want to check?
Okay, check. Let me just get those. Sorry.
Please release parking brake.
Okay.
Please release parking brake.
Release parking brake.
And do you want to check first?
Oh,
Ian?
sorry. Check first. Yeah.
Yeah.
So before start, cockpit prep.
Please
is
release
complete.
parking brake.
EFS switches.
They're all on.
Gear pins and covers.
3 behind on outside.
Signs.
On auto and
Please
armed.
release parking brake.
ADIRSs.
There are 3 nav and checked.
Fuel.
It's checked and balanced there with 5.5 tons on
Please
board.
release parking brake.
Barrow reference.
It's 103.9 set once, twice, and oh, would you mind? Sorry, I can't reach that standby there.
Okay. So
release parking brake.
1039.
1039. So that will be once, twice, and 3 times.
Please release parking
Okay,
brake.
below the
Yeah.
below line, mobile phone and iPad.
It's off airplane mode.
Takeoff data.
Is now set in the box. You have the V speeds in there as 129, 30, 34, and toga.
Okay, windows and doors.
It's closed and armed.
And thrust
Please release
levers.
parking
Idle.
brake.
ATC transponder.
It's now gone to auto.
Okay, parking brake
Is set. Pressures checked.
and beacon.
Please release parking
Beacon
brake.
is on.
Okay. Okay, releasing parking brake. 3,
release.
2, 1.
On and release.
Parking brakes are
Tail
released.
to the left.
Commencing
That's also left.
pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
Okay,
It will start in
starting.
a sequence.
Start engine. Start switch to start.
Start.
And engine number 2 now.
We're away.
Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, it's Airbus A320 on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Thanks for joining the stream. We've got somebody doing some moonwalking there in the on the ground.
What else we got?
It looks fantastic, the scenery in this airport.
It does, yeah. But it was well worth it. Well worth it. Kim saying if we get flying together someday, Dan, we'll have a bromance going, hey?
Imagine. Parking brake set.
Parking brake is set.
Parking brake set.
And
Lowering aircraft.
starting engine number 1.
And starting engine number 1. Engine number 2 is
Ground.
stable.
You may disconnect.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect.
Thanks for the
Has been
gifts,
removed.
Kian,
See you at the
Staffy.
side.
I really
Have a good
appreciate
flight.
it.
Holding position, waiting for the visual. Thank you.
Over
and
on the
goodbye.
TikTok. Thanks for tapping that screen as well and sharing over on TikTok. Hi, Mr. Mickey 80 over on YouTube. Nice to see you two flying again. Yeah, it's great. Well, you know, Jerry's been out flying the real thing for a few days, so I wasn't too sure whether he'd, you know, want to come and fly, whether it was going to be like a busman's holiday after he'd been doing some heavy flying. But he's
no,
done
this
it.
is great to come back in and see everybody enjoying it. Where else would you be for Friday night?
Where else would you be? Yeah, that's the thing. Okay.
Excellent. 2 engines started.
Okay, available. You
So
after start
normal?
checklist.
Well, we would go to switch to norm, yeah.
Switch norm, yeah.
Yeah, and you switch off the APU and the APU bleed.
APU bleed off.
I'll take the arm the spoiler, 0 the trim. Let's set flaps to 1, 3, 2, 1.
1.
And put back onto max there. So you have to start checklist.
Okay, after start checklist. Engine anti-ice check.
Is off.
Anti-ice.
Is not required.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Rudder trim.
Is 0.
Pitch trim.
You have 1 up there set and looks good.
Flights instruments.
They were checked.
And ECAM status.
Is checked.
Okay, after start takeoff. Sorry, after
Excellent.
start checklist done.
Dublin traffic, good evening, Shamrock 182. We're taxiing to hold short, runway 28 left. You're clear to taxi, Dan. Straight
Okay.
ahead.
A wing light's put on
You
That's
can. Well,
yeah.
we're not going to disturb anybody tonight, so treat ourselves. Put them on.
Tree, okay. But usually that'd be before takeoff with it, the wing lights.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
you sometimes you use them mainly. I probably mainly use them to check if there's any icing around. You know.
Sorry, yeah, parking brake off as well.
Parking brake is off. Okay. Okay, down there, Dan, you'll see nearly a second turn to the left on the green lights. That's where you're going. Not on the apron, but see, there's a taxiway to the left-hand side there, just ahead of you.
Yeah.
It's actually a grass patch, then the taxiway. You're going up that taxiway.
Okay, yeah, I've got it.
So checking the instruments for you, I'll just do that while you're taxiing. It says 30 on the tape. 29 blue, 34 magenta, climbing nav blue, 1 FT2, heading 220, once, twice, and that's 3 times. 28 point is Oscar Reco, and that looks good. Okay.
Even the ground textures have been really well done.
It is. When I've seen Dublin Terminal, especially Terminal 2, Terminal 1 there, it's actually very good. It's depicted very well.
Hello from Waterford.
Waterford.
Yeah. In Ireland.
Yeah, it's just down the south. They have their own Waterford International Airport, full of ATRs.
Let's go in there, go to the Jerry cam, see what Jerry's looking at.
Oh, Jerry just caught there doing nothing. Okay, Captain, I'm working. There we go. Look.
Okay, there we go.
Sometimes my graphics will lag behind yours in a high detail airport, you know.
I don't know what the car's doing.
Straight. Yeah, I'm just saying. Can you see that car in front of us as well?
So
yeah,
could you see that?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Oh, my word.
You just have to go through it. It's one of those things on the stim. We do the paperwork later. So there's your holding point there. As you go around to the right, keep going around.
Yeah.
And see your holding point.
Okay. Parking brake on.
Parking brake is set. So before takeoff, checks please.
Before takeoff, flight controls.
Our checks.
Briefing and nav aids.
It's confirmed and set for departure off runway 28 left. We're doing a Dexon departure with further radar vectoring, initially climbing to flight level 90.
Okay, and flaps.
One is planned, selected, and 1+F is indicating.
And V1, V2 speeds.
It's 129, 130, 134, and a toga setting today gives us 81.5%. That's sensible.
Okay, ATC code.
Is set.
ECAM memo.
It's take off. We have the cabin blue there, but we got the cabin there earlier on. Oh yeah, you know how to
we
switch that off, don't you?
We can call the cabin.
Yeah, sure.
And we'll see that go off. With a bit of luck.
Okay, so take off, no blue. You got it there. It's gone on my side.
Oh, it's gone. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, below the line, EFS and iPad.
Stowed.
Cabin.
Secured.
And PAX APU.
On and off.
TCAS.
It's on.
Okay.
TR.
All right. Before takeoff, checklist.
Okay,
Please.
so Shamrock 182 lining up and taking off runway 28 left.
Yeah, Steve, it's Jerry. It's Jerry.
Brakes.
Sorry, park and brake off.
Yeah, it's released. So your lights, I'll switch them on there for you. Your strobes, strobe, your PWS, TARA, brake fans is off, cameras off, memos are checked. You're clear takeoff.
Clear for takeoff. Natalie's excited. Let's go. Okay, runway 28 left. And okay.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
Stabilize. Toga.
Okay, so Mantoga SRS auto thrust blue. Thrust is set. Indications are normal. 100 knots.
Check.
V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
And remember, we'll have to go direct to...
Yeah, I'll give you that as soon as we get the autopilot in. So climb thrust.
Climb thrust. I will engage
AP1.
autopilot, but
Okay. So now go direct to Dexon.
okay, direct to Dexter.
And S plus increasing, flap 0.
Flap 0.
And is direct Dexon working for you? Yeah.
Yeah, it's found it, and we are going towards it. So I'll just check that with the.
Out of curiosity, on your view, are you in a right-hand turn or are you in a left-hand
I'm
turn?
at a right answer.
Yes, that's okay. That's okay. I thought mine was going straight.
Yeah, it's a strange because we were
Yeah.
expecting left, weren't we?
Yeah, we were. It was just the anomaly with the sim. That's all. We'll accept it.
You're definitely going right though, yeah.
Yeah, but same as that. Yeah.
All right, let's have a look at the jerry cam then.
Yeah, I'll give you a little look out the right-hand side. Let's have a look out the window.
So this is Jerry's view from the right-hand side.
It's Dublin Bay. That's a place called Malahide, just coming into view there. With you see the moon shimmering across. And a place called Swords down to the right-hand side. There we go. So what have we got here? Okay, you're cleared to flight level 230.
Okay. Right, level 230.
Set standard.
Check once, check twice, and set 3 times.
Passing 6-8 cross checks. Look at that Dublin City there. I'll just on my side there. Can you see it?
Absolutely amazing. And the clouds are nice tonight, aren't they?
Yeah. It's actually that's representative of what's out there at the moment.
You are the best. Well, thanks. Jerry's part of that as well. Thanks so much. Matthew, Ellen. So, Brodo, are you using VR? That's over on Twitch. No, it's something called Track IR 5, and actually, Jerry's recently purchased that as well.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Was that you clicking?
That was me. That was just
okay.
putting it because that means we forgot to do the takeoff check. So after takeoff check,
yeah, landing gear
is up,
flaps
retracted,
packs
on,
APU
is off,
barrel ref.
it's standard set.
Okay.
Passing 10.
Passing 10. Okay, landing lights off.
And then all lights off, and the side on the belt. Oh, can you see that shimmer of the moon across the sea there? That looks fantastic.
Look at that. Okay, that's nose lights off. And seatbelt signs off. Great team, guys. Thanks for coming out. I'm simply a passenger, to be honest, in Jerry's company.
Don't say that because I'm not landing this thing.
That'd be interesting. Give over the control. Matthew said so. Toga was different today because lots of reasons like fuel load atmospheric conditions, etc.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. The power that's actually given from the FADEX will be depend on the pressure. I mean, the reason it was low today, one of the reasons is we have high pressure out there. So you think about the amount of volume of air that's going through the engine. If we had low pressure with not as dense air, we might have to use a little bit more power. So the systems are very good in the way they actually calculate this for you.
It's a great question though, because like I say,
It is.
You know, shows the detail that Matthew's like looking into the stream, and which is really good.
Absolutely.
Nelly Dunn 22. It's not real. No, it's not real. It's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. But I'm a real life private pilot, and Jerry's a real life Airbus A320 pilot. So, quoting the Microsoft Flight Simulator FSX phrase, and before that, it's as real as it gets. I think it started from 95, wasn't it? Yeah. So in-op stickers, are they usually red or are they orange? Because they've been orange in this simulator for a while, and then they've gone red on me.
Well, let's put it this way. A sticker's a sticker once it actually has those 4 letters of in-op. That's the main part, regardless of the colour. It's the in-op part that you have to have there if a system is not working, and Airbus requires you to label it. You must have the letters in-op.
So they could be any colour then, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, that's what I have seen them different colours, you know.
BBC Airways. I don't know. I don't think we're that professional.
No.
And also, you don't have to pay for a TV license to watch us because it's streaming.
Yep.
Unless you're watching it. No, actually, you can do it. Yeah, I don't know. But they are trying to. I think they were trying to bring in sort of to include streaming as well, weren't they?
Yeah, it's something to do with. They realise that a lot of people are not going, and it's the same in a lot of countries. They realise a lot of people are not. They use your TV, but they're also starting to do a lot of streaming on, say, the computer, or watching TV on the computer. So they're trying to encapsulate all that as well. Don't miss a trick.
No. And you know, if it wasn't for the children watching the TV on occasion, then I wouldn't bother having a license, to be fair. I just don't watch enough of the live TV thing.
Okay, Dan, you're clear to climb flight level 310.
310. Let's see if we can get some outside shots, actually.
Sure.
It'd be quite nice with this moonlight.
I thought you could see Holyhead coming into the distance there where the ferry docks.
How cool.
Yeah.
Steve Rose says, I don't have a license as I only stream non-terrestrial. Yeah, I think a lot of people these days do, you know, watch basically online stuff, you know, TikTok and other, you know, other streaming services like YouTube, etc. You mentioned you are not using VR, so what are you using again? So I'm using something called Track IR5, and so is Jerry. If we go over to Jerry's view, over on Jerry Cam, so Jerry's looking over on the right hand side, and he is also using a head tracking device called Track IR5.
So my head is looking straight forward now, and now I'm going to turn it to the right, and everywhere I look, from the right of the monitor to the left of the monitor, it gives me the full span of the cockpit, and up as well.
It's absolutely incredible, really. It's absolutely incredible. And like I say, you know, we've both got our own views, and but we're using the same technology to same technology to view out the window and fly the aircraft. It's crazy. I say there's nobody there physically, but Jerry has got his view and I've got mine, which is mad, isn't it? It feels very real. very noisy when we go to the outside view. Thanks for the follows, thanks for the shares, thanks for tapping that screen as well. There's 56 on board over on TikTok. There's around 6 people watching over on YouTube, 2 people watching on Twitch. So hi to those. For the fly-by-wire 320 autopilot to work, engage at 2,000 and 3,000 feet.
Sorry, let me just say, for the fly-by-wire autopilot to work, engage at 2,300 feet.
3,000.
Not understanding the question, Leonard. If you can just give us a bit more detail there, what you're asking.
What track IR? How do you zoom in and out? So you just literally look closer to the. you go closer to the screen, to the monitor. So I'll go put my head slightly closer to the monitor and slightly further away back, and lean back. You see that as I lean back, I'm getting a wider view. I can look at to the side as I'm doing that. I can tilt my head to the left. Look, tilt my head to the right. It's incredible, really. It really is incredible. Thanks for the shares, Maria. I appreciate that. Do you have a bar headset on then? So I have a headset on, normal standard mic and just a normal gaming headset, and then attached to that I have like a free access reflector that goes on the side of your head. It's like a light sort of source. Actually, I think it does light up ever so slightly with infrared, and it interacts with an IR infrared sort of sensor on the top of the monitor, and with that it then tracks your head movement. Thanks, Maria, for all the shares. I do appreciate it. Gracias, Danka, wherever you are in the world. This is the thing, that the stream goes out absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, we were picking people up in South America as well the other night on the stream, and I was just blown away.
Yeah, it's crazy. Look at that view as well. I'm wondering.
Yeah, can you see the jerry can view there?
Let's go to the jerry can.
If I look just over the dashboard here, put my head up there. I don't know what city that, what part that is. And I'm trying to figure it out by the airports.
Look at that.
I think that's around Wales or somewhere, isn't it? Just the north of Wales. Let's just have a look out there. Maybe somebody who knows this area better than us can let us know where we are.
Yeah, I mean, we can. I'm just going to switch over to my side again and have a look at the map and see where we are in the map as well. Take a bit of time to update. Okay, so we're actually over Anglesey at the moment.
Anglesey, yeah, I thought as much there.
Yeah, so we have to watch out for the Hawk jets and all the rest of it. What you lost, Jerry? Steve has said.
Sorry.
What have you lost? I think it was because you were trying to look out for different things. Diva Sonic, time to land, please. So so estimated time, landing time, so 22:52. 22. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's. Well, I don't know.
Well, what's yours saying in the box?
22:52 is the time.
Okay, I've got 23:12. It's just, oh yeah, I see why. Because I tell you, can you call out the active waypoint there, Dan, that you're looking at?
Yeah, the active waypoint is Lutit.
Okay, you see, it's different.
And we've actually gone past it. That's the flight plan discontinuity after that.
So I tell you, if you just go direct to a point called Nugra, N-U-G-R-A.
Direct to Nugra.
Yeah, and that'll tidy it all up. That should give you a bit more of a.
Okay, 22:47 I've got now.
Okay.
I hope you are 30,000+ feet in the air. Yeah, we are, definitely. Are you worried that we're going to land on your house or something, Kim? It's like, yeah, there's about 7 people over watching on the YouTube side now, which is pretty cool. Thanks again for the likes and shares. And if you are watching over on YouTube or Twitch, don't forget to like and follow the video, the actual streaming video. Seen any Russian jets? I haven't seen any Russian jets. To be fair, have you encountered any military activity?
No, none at all.
And what's your plans the weekend then? Are you up to anything?
Probably just doing catch up with a few things around the house. Been away for a few days, so just catch up with a few bits and pieces around here. Bring the dogs for a walk. Or my dogs are so lazy, you bring them for a drag. Especially when you get up early in the morning, they're looking at you, going, no. You know. But yeah, that's all. I'm just basically taking it easy. You know? Long week.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, I had fun trying to swap a consumer box last weekend. I think I told you about it. And
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I didn't tell you the update. So I had an electrician, a friend of mine, come in.
Yeah.
I left it for 2 or 3 days, until he come, and he turned up and he checked it all and he said, "There's nothing wrong with this." And I was like, right. Well, there was live neutral wires. What's going on? What's going on with that? He said, "Well, they're not live now." And I was like, "What?" So he checked. Oh, thanks for the TikToks, Nathan. I appreciate that. And everything's sim. Yeah, we're using your control mod to share the cockpit. Yeah, good
That's
spot.
right. Yeah, that was very good.
Yeah, so he checked it, and to be fair, he tidied up. So I'd left it. I was only using it to test to make sure it was working before I fully wired it in. But while he was there, he sort of tidied the box up and that. So, but it cost me 40 quid for the privilege, which at least it's all checked and I'm it saved me a small fortune getting him to do everything, I suppose. So
absolutely.
Yeah. I'll give Jerry my coda. She will walk for miles and miles.
Well, we've been involved with rescue dogs, and we've got 3 pugs, and one of them is fairly disabled, with one eye missing, blind, and problems with joints and all the rest of it. But the biggest bag of love you'll ever come across, I just don't think humans deserve dogs. They're so loyal, and they're there for you no matter what. You give them a little, you can ignore them for days, and they'll come back and just give you big hugs and loves. They're incredible dogs. I just love them.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's we went to a dog home to look for a dog years ago. This was before the children from Dog's Home, and you just wanted to take them all back with you. They were just It's such a shame, But apparently, that they've which is good news for dog rescue. Dog lovers, animal lovers. Apparently, the charities that home dogs at the moment, they're mostly empty.
Really?
They're struggling to get intake of dogs.
Oh, okay.
Which is fantastic, in terms of obviously a good thing. But it's because obviously there's a lot more people at home. People have got more time for them.
Yes.
People want dogs.
Yes.
There's a massive sort of need for dogs now.
Yeah. We've heard over the times that people potentially many years ago, still goes on today, mistreating the animals. And hopefully if somebody's on the stream from Spain, they can actually verify this for us. I believe it has come in the last while that in Spain, the dog is a legal member of your family.
Yeah.
So it has rights. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's at the end of the day, once you do bring a pet into your fold, any normal person will treat it as a member of the family. They become part of the unit, don't they? So
Yeah, Dan, a couple of requests there. Yeah, the flight plan, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so do you want to, if I go over to your Jerry cam, do you want to show your flight plan?
On the iPad, you mean, yeah?
Yeah, on the Navigator
Okay,
graph.
let me just slide over just one moment here. Because now I'm sitting on your lap, Dan. Oh god, let's just have a look here. So let's have a look at the flight plan, right? If we bring it up on the you have on the Jerry cam there, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so flight plan, we can have a little look here. Basically, this is what we had earlier on when we got a print from SimBrief. And the plan that we were going tonight was off runway 28 left, a point called Dexton, Mogta and Nuga.
Sorry, I just realised I was thinking of Navigraph, but I'll switch over to my cam and you talk while I bring the flight plan up on my screen, because otherwise you're stretching over. Sorry, I forgot about that.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah, okay, so the plan's up there if you want to talk through it while you've got it.
Yeah, basically we planned tonight through the routing, I don't know whether you were here for the start of it, but it's a point called Dexton, Mogta, Nugra, and then we're going to make an approach onto runway. It's actually going to be 27 left, I believe, in Heathrow at the moment, right? So as you can see there in front, there's all the fuel figures there, from taxiing fuel, trip fuel. We have to have a contingency fuel. Sometimes it's calculated at 3% or 5% of your trip. We also must keep alternate fuel. So tonight, if we can't get into Heathrow for any reason, we have enough fuel to go to Manchester. That's what we planned, and it's just over 1.3 tons of fuel. And when we get to Manchester, technically and legally, we have to have also 30 minutes of fuel spare in the tanks. So when you add all that up together, it comes out, I think it was 5.6 we put on tonight, Dan, wasn't it?
Yeah, 5.6, yeah.
Yeah, and we also have an extra 700 kilos spare for we get any holding done into Heathrow tonight. So just scroll down a little bit more on that, and you can actually see all the points that is laid out in the plan. They're listed there: Dexton, Lombro, Luton, and you can go through the whole lot of that, and it'll take you all the way to Heathrow. Past that, then you just get into all the information for weather and so forth. Just a little bit down, then I think it's around page 10, 12, you can actually get a pictorial view of the route from Dublin to Heathrow. And that's probably as much as what we need. There's a lot of other information in there, but we normally look at that pre-flight.
Yeah. Princeton sent me. Well, do you know what? The Patreon, the first class Patreon member, Christian, every time we do an A to B flight, he gets a copy over on the Patreon every time. That's one of the perks of being a first class member. But you know, failing that, this is actually generated from something called SimBrief. So Divasonic, it's, you know, you can set your own flight plan up based off this route, and you'll be able to thanks for the TikToks, everything, Sim, I appreciate it. Yeah, so you can set up your own plan, and you'll be able to, you know, you should be able to get a pretty like a replication of this, you know, for your own flight.
Absolutely.
And that's free. SimBrief is free. Navigraph you pay a subscription for, which gives you the latest routes, etc., and the nav data, which I do pay for, and so does Jerry. But I think it's worth every penny.
Every cent.
Every penny.
Dan, you cleared to descend flight level 200.
Flight level 200.
I'm just setting up your box here for the arrival.
Okay. And nautical miles to Heathrow, it's 109 nautical miles, I can see on the PFD. And we were cruising at
31,000 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that view.
Oh, yes.
Dan, do you recognise anywhere there now? Because we're coming down, well, we're north of 30 miles north of Birmingham. I'm sure we get down in the, I've seen some of the TikToks that you've done. You fly generally south of here, just a bit south of here, is it?
Yeah, I just going to have a look at the map and just see. Yeah, so we're over Stafford and Rugeley. Yeah, Rugeley's up ahead. But of course this is at night, and and actually when I've done the night flying locally, it's not as high as this. So, but I'm just picking out some lakes actually. I'm just because that's going to be my biggest indicator around here. And one of the key lakes is either Carsington Water or Bliffield Reservoir, which is local.
I don't know this area at all now visually, you know.
Oh, Everything Sim is hammering the gifts. Thank you, Everything Sim. Literally,
Oh yes.
Oh my word. Do you know what though? Next A to B stream, I'm going to highlight the top gifters from this stream on the next stream. That's what I'm going to do. That's my promise tonight. So for those that are on TikTok, if whoever's the top gifter in terms of value, you know, because it will give me stats at the end, I will screenshot that and put it and highlight it at the start of the next stream for you. And that's my promise. I'm going to start doing that just as a bit of a thank you to the TikTokers that are gifting. And because as well as the Patreon member support, you know, I've got to appreciate obviously the TikTok support as well.
Of course,
that's what I'm going to do. Night Spooks TV Gaming, off to bed. Thanks Kim as well for the rose. I appreciate that. I'll give that to Jerry. Jerry can have the rose.
Oh, thanks Kim. Oh,
yeah, he likes roses apparently.
I'm flattered now.
Everything Sim High. Aviation.co.uk and Steve Rowe, nights over to Spooks TV Gaming as well. Everything Sim is amazing. He also streams. Oh wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to check Everything Stream out. Everything Stream. I'll give you a follow, mate. There we go. You've been recommended by a few people. I'm watching on YT. There's a stream. Yeah, so I'm streaming on TikTok, YT, Twitch, everywhere. So, but thank you for the gifts over on TikTok. I do appreciate it. It's a Mist is over on YouTube is giving you a big heads up on everything Sim. Philster has said, hi, can I ask why you don't fly straight line from Dublin to Heathrow? Well,
great question.
I mean, it is a great question. From my limited knowledge of this, you have airways, because I'm not instrument rated with this, but we have airways so that you can guarantee separation and guarantee where that flight is going to be heading. And it is airways, you know, if everybody had a direct route, then potentially you wouldn't know where the conflicts would meet up. Like, you know, so it's a case of if there's a load of straight lines from destination to destination, there could be potential conflicts there and it'd be harder to manage. Is that right, Jerry?
Absolutely. The best analogy I can give for that is when you're driving from A to B, you never take your car up off the road, hover it and drive straight. You have to stick with the road, take the turn left, take the turn right, because that's controlled. It has the rules of the road. ATC controls the routes, the airways and so on, and they can give you safety separations and clearances. Very good question.
So how many there's Devasonic, how many time so I guess the question is when do you time the descent, or how do you start the descent, what time do you start? And I'll let you answer that, Jerry, because obviously
before we actually answer that, we're going to tell you clear to flight level 80 direct to Bovington.
Flight level 80
direct Bovington, BNN. So how do you time the descent? Great question. One of the most important things that pilots learn throughout their career is your 3 times tables. So let's work one out, okay? We're flying at 35,000 feet and we want to know when to start descending towards the airport, how far away. So let's take the 35,000 feet, forget about the zeros, and let's concentrate on the number 35. Multiply that by 3 and you end up with 105. When you are 105 nautical miles away from your airport, that's a good time to start to set it.
And sorry, Jerry, but the waypoint isn't coming up for nearest for me for direct. So would you be able to? I don't know what the.
BNN. Can you go direct to BNN? From NN. Direct BNN.
Okay, this one, yeah.
Yeah, about 50 nautical miles away or something like that. Yeah, that's it, and insert that.
Okay.
So you're routing direct to Bounty now, yeah?
Hopefully. Yeah, it's
direct. Yeah. Super.
Perfect.
That's it.
Well, super bravo, thank you. Thanks, Irina, or Irina Free. Thank you, Everything Sim, for more gifts. I do appreciate it. Hi, Marisha. Welcome back to the live stream. It's nice to see some familiar faces back to the stream as well. Yeah, so it's been quite busy over on the TikTok side and over on the YouTube side. There's 9 people watching over on YouTube now. I'm guessing they're tuning in ready for this landing and descent. It's always funny just to see whether I mess this one up or not.
I think they want to know, am I going to strap in tight or not?
Yeah, the surprise is I'm going to hand over controls to Jerry last minute.
No.
Priority, right?
No, I'm jet lag. It's not good.
I'm just going to leave you to steer it in. I'll just have the outside shot.
You keep me under pressure. I'm starting to sweat now.
We have said that with on one of the streams, me and Jerry's going to hop into the King Air.
Yeah.
And we're going to have maybe do some of the smaller airports just to throw things up a little bit. Hi, Tucky89, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So Matthew Allen, Patreon member, business class. Is that descent guide applicable for light aircraft too, or mainly just for commercial jets?
Well, basically what you're trying to do there is configure a 3-to-1 profile. Yeah, it can work. Mainly it works for commercial jets, okay? If you want it to work for a light aircraft, you can actually make it work. With light aircraft, Dan, you'll probably be better at answering this than me. Now, I haven't flown a light aircraft for many years. However, you know your aircraft. You know how fast you can get down, so you can sort of guess it yourself. Or Dan, do you have a better answer to that?
No, to be honest, with the smaller aircraft, with the VFR flying, it's all about obviously knowing your aircraft and feel and knowing when you should be starting to descend. I mean, the smaller aircraft, because you're only dealing with 2,500, to 3,000 feet in most cases, with the local area. You can really get down pretty quickly, especially the PA-28 Cherokee. I mean, it's got the stubby wings. As soon as you cut the power with that, it literally drops like a stone. It's like I'd imagine it's like an Airbus when you cut the engine. It literally just drops.
It drops a lot.
Well, it's sort of see the Warriors and the Archers with the bigger wings. They seem to really float. So when you sort of cut the engine, they seem to have a better glide ratio.
Right. Okay.
Marisha, thanks for the sharing of the live. And Rusty Rut has said, "Are we there yet?"
We're nearly.
We nearly are there. We're 27 nautical miles out.
What I would say, no, that's to Bovington, isn't it? But we're approximately around 40.
42.
What I will say tonight is that I think we're going to get a great view of London.
A great view of London. Okay, I look
definitely
forward to
stay tuned for that.
I look forward to that. Night flight. Thanks for the shares, and again, big shout out to all the gifters. So the plan is on the TikTok gifter side. So there's ways to support the channel. One is through Patreon, which I'll bring up now. So there's the Patreon options. We've got a few Patreon members in watching, like Matthew is watching over on YouTube tonight. And there are other ways, which is obviously the gifts over on the TikTok side. Now, soon I'm going to start from today is that the top gifters from tonight's stream on the next simulator live, I'll be taking a screenshot of the stats for that and highlighting the top 3 gifters from this stream, and I'll be mentioning them at the start of the next simulator stream, just so that we're being fair with the TikTok supporters as well as the Patreon members as well. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the shares. I can see all those coming through as well.
That was just me, Dan. That's all right. Just putting on the belts for you. We're approaching 10,000 feet.
10,000 feet, there we go.
So passing 10. Lights are out, the belts are on, and you need to activate your approach phase.
Okay.
And have the approach check in your own time. Sorry for disturbing you there. Critical phase of flight.
It is. We should not be talking around this time. I mean, when does the talk tend to stop? Does it sort of just gradually get quieter as you get closer to the ground?
No. There's a very clear line. 10,000 feet down, sterile cockpit.
Is it sterile?
Most airlines would have that. Yeah.
Okay.
Sterile cockpit, 10,000 feet down.
Well, it's going to be quite a boring stream then from now on. We have to be quiet.
Oh, we don't worry. I'll keep an eye out while you're.
We'll bend the rules for that then. Okay, so approach
check.
Approach cabin crew advice.
Yeah.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Seatbelts
Are on.
brief nav aids.
It's confirmed it's set now for an ILS for runway 27 left in Heathrow. Waiting for the ident to come up.
Okay, and ND. I can't see this because it's
Yeah,
slightly blurry.
DMDH is 280 feet.
Yeah, and ECAM status.
It's checked.
EFS and iPad.
It's stowed.
Okay. So when they say this is stowed, do you actually take, the one that's attached to the side on the left and the right in the real aircraft? Does that?
No, basically the one you may have one in your bag, and you just put it away.
Oh, okay.
Just keep it,
they're not asking you to put the main one away. So, okay.
No,
right.
they're rock solid.
Are they rock solid?
Yeah.
So are they fixed to the aircraft for so they're not shared, you don't have to bring your own or anything?
No, you bring your own. So Daniel, cleared to descend to 3,000 feet, QNH 1038.
Okay. 038. Set once, set twice, and set 3 times.
Okay, and pull for thrust low descent.
There's one thing I noticed on my stream on my own when I was Ciao Italia. Oh wow. See, Italy. Sing. They want us to sing a duet, Joey. I mean, we're supposed to be sterile cockpit at this point, so I mean, it's going to be even worse if we start singing.
That's a no-go.
Yeah, the throttle idle. That sort of change. That
thrust
changes.
idle.
Thrust idle.
Very good, very good. So basically what you're looking at there, and I'm trying to just get in here while it's at that up there, right? It says thrust idle.
Yeah.
What you have done is you have pulled that to go down to 3,000 feet. Now the fastest way to go down is cut the power, right?
Right.
So
yeah.
if you look at the N1s, the FADEC in the aircraft has actually brought the thrust to 0. You don't have to touch the thrust, it'll do it for you, right?
Yeah.
It brings the thrust to 0, and now it pitches down to maintain 250 knots, and that's basically what it is. So the thrust is actually at idle. That's what it's telling you.
Right. And which one's that? M1 was it? Sorry.
Yeah, the N1s. You can see them at
24.1. Yeah. And that is your idle in.
It actually could be lower on the ground. You probably see about 18%. Okay. Again, those little adjustments and that kind of stuff. That what the Airbus looks after on that for you. Go direct. Take up a heading of 110.
Okay, 110.
Yeah. Gives us plenty of time now. We're basically just going to take a little bit of a scenic tour, and let's get over London.
Let's go and have a look outside. Remember, you won't be able to hear us very well when we're outside, so we'll do that. There we go. Look at that view there. Wow. Absolutely incredible. So do you have to queue to land as in the real world?
Yeah, you'd actually, that's where you go into the holding. And you could be advised, you go into a hold and you basically fly circles. And in the circles, could be for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm just looking at something here. I think just at the window, Dan, you might get a quick glimpse. I think that's Luton Airport.
Your jerry cam's on. Jerry cam's on. So
let me have a quick look here. There's airport. There it goes. See out just to the top left of the screen there. Do you know what that airport is there? It'll come up now.
No.
Actually, no worries. No worries.
Heathrow.
Not quite Heathrow. Okay.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Small. Oh, is it a small one that we're going past now? Crazy. It's Shoreham. It's not Shoreham.
Yeah.
It's not Shoreham.
No,
it's not
that's
Shoreham.
that's further on down, isn't it?
Yeah. It's actually quite quiet outside because we're descending at idle. We haven't got the noise.
Yeah.
Farnborough.
Well, it was just north of Heathrow there. I thought Luton is about 16, 17 nautical miles as the crow flies. So I thought that could have been it there. Wasn't quite sure. A few clouds around the area. Okay.
There is a few clouds.
Yeah. I was hoping to get a clear view of London.
We're going to see a butter right here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if it's in. No tail strike, that's for sure. That's what I'm going to make sure I ain't got to get. Thanks for the follows. Sissias68. Thanks for that. Thanks for tapping the screen as well. We are not far from landing at Heathrow Airport.
Okay.
Thanks, everything, Sim. Appreciate that. Natalie Bowers 513 looks amazing. Thanks for the TikToks. Jason, I really appreciate it. Just a reminder that the top gifters from this stream will get a mention on the next stream. So I get stats and it'll be screenshots, so it's all official on the stats, and I will bring it up at the start of the next simulator stream who the top gifters are. Blimey, it's getting very visibility is getting quite poor here, isn't it?
That's okay, it's not bad.
2,500.
It's dipping in and out, so
yeah, that's only because of the train below. Anyway, Dan, you're clear to turn right heading 180.
180.
You can now see on the jerry cam just to the top. It's coming into view. It's
jerry
just coming
cam,
into
here
view.
We go.
It's a football stadium just coming into view there. Somebody may know that's just to the north east of Heathrow.
Wembley. Is it Wembley?
No, I think Wembley's further on over there. I think
okay.
so. Yeah. Dan, you are cleared heading 210 and cleared ILS approach runway.
Oh, 2210.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, 210 now for the intercept, and now cleared ILS approach.
Clear for ILS.
Yep.
2,500.
There's London.
And armed the approach, yeah?
It wouldn't activate at the time when I tried it. It's not activating now.
Armed the approach on the FCU. The autopilot armed the approach.
Sorry. On the approach. It was
just underneath the VS button. Just underneath the VS dial. APPR.
It's the VS, sorry.
Yeah, on the autopilot panel.
That one, okay.
I don't see it armed on my side, no.
No, it's not armed.
I'll arm it for you there.
Okay, cheers.
So you got the Lodestar now. It'll start turning into it.
How strange.
Actually,
so is your approach? Is your
yeah.
approach lit up? Oh, okay, it's not.
It is
not,
no. There's something is. Have
so
you got the
odd.
Have you got the APP or button? Can you go back to the Dan cam for a second so I can have a little look? We might have to re-vector you this.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so look at your FCU. Let's look at the autopilot panel there, where you have 3,000 feet dialed in. Okay, so first, before we arm, don't do it now just yet. Just leave that now. What we're going to do is a left-hand turn heading 310. Left-hand turn.
Left-hand turn.
Left-hand turn. Yeah. To bring it back around to capture the look.
How strange that it's.
We get to see
nice.
more of London.
Yeah. 310. Thanks for the gifts, everybody. Oh dear. No.
You're okay. You're okay.
Yeah. So whether it's going to decide to carry on. I thought it was 310.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to gradually...
Yeah, you gradually bring it around. Okay, go on a heading of east at the moment. 090 if you want. That'll straighten it all out. Okay, we take the long way around. That's fine.
Oh my word. It's not.
Good job, you brought the extra fuel.
It's not like in any of the headings. Oh dear. Okay. Do you know what's actually set? 'Cause I don't know what's for the heading.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. You've 079 at the moment. You have one.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's about right there. Just leave it where. No. Go back to 090.
Oh man.
No,
okay.
the other way. Yeah. Once you go through, say, the 180 degree, it'll actually then turn back and go the shortest way.
Oh, will it?
Yeah. It's gonna do it now.
Oh dear. Thanks, Jason, for the paper crane. I think it is, or is it a Dumbo, flying Dumbo? That's impressive. I know they do like sort of jet gifts, don't they, over on TikTok and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think they're right up there. Not quite a sort of a fancy castle or whatever they are. I'm a bit out of touch with what's what, but.
We'll just get you 2 or 3 miles out to the east, and then we will be making a left-hand turn around. And as we're doing the left-hand turn, we'll arm the approach.
Okay.
Now we're getting nicely vector downwind again.
Left and right is hard after a few beers. Sean, when are you doing Glasgow? We could do a flight.
We never did. Yeah, we never did it.
We've never done that. So I tell you what, we'll do that next stream. Sean, if you're still in, we'll do Glasgow next stream. in terms of an A to B flight together when me and Jerry's together. So we, there might be a stream in between that. But when we're next doing a shared thing,
what did you do on the thrust? Did you move the thrust levers?
Nope.
Okay. So you just arm the other thrust. There you go.
Yeah, I haven't touched it.
It must be just the sim software. I don't know.
I'm going to blame you, Jerry, for that. Yeah.
Okay, we'll give it a go now. Turn left heading 310, and you're clear for the approach. Arm the approach.
And you might have to arm this approach, by the way, Jerry.
I think you have. If you just go up there now and do it while it's in the turn, just go up and press arm.
And I'm literally just pressing the button under the virtual, under the VS thing.
Yeah,
it's not
that's not good.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
So what's in the box?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you control.
Okay, I'll take control.
Okay, you got control.
I have control. Okay, so I'm flying now, am I?
Yep.
Okay, so approach is armed.
2,500.
I'm getting nervous now.
Okay, Jerry cam's on.
Okay, so let's just reset my cam. There we go. Now, so I have control.
You have control.
Now, if there's anything wrong here with the sim, we just revert to manual and I'll fly the raw data ILS. That's the only way I can think of it. So speed 208, we're going to flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Log star, that's it. We should be turning in now.
How cool is this? Jerry's in the controlling seat.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
What have you let yourself in for? Okay, so I'll fly this approach. So glide is alive. Speed 187. Flaps 2, please.
Flaps 1.
Oh, it's 2. I mean 2. 2.
Sorry.
2. There we go. Flaps 2. 180 selected. I shall do this as if I've done this before. Let's see what happens.
Let's have a look over on there. I'll do the outside shots.
Sure. Okay.
And this is a first actually, Jerry's.
It is actually, isn't it? Let's hope star 3 is 7 minutes, 2,000 feet is 7 minutes. Yeah, this is the first time I'm landing, isn't it then?
Yeah.
Pressure.
And also bearing in mind he's not used to landing from the right seat anymore. I mean, how many years is it since you've, well, mind you,
7.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9. I think 9. I'm showing my age now.
Yvonne's back over on TikTok. Fantastic shots.
Okay, so speed is managed. Gear down, please.
Gear down.
Speed's getting away from me here. If you can arm the spoilers first, please.
Arm spoilers. Spoilers are armed.
Thank you. Speed 180, flaps 3.
Flaps 3.
3. Speed 170, flaps 4, landing checks.
Flaps 4. Landing, barrel reference.
It's Q and H set.
Auto throttle.
Is speed.
Ecam memo.
Landing no blue.
Okay, landing checklist complete.
Okay, my excuses. Never done this before. I'm from the right seat in the sim. So if it goes wrong, it's not my fault, all right?
Oh dear.
That's the captain. He's responsible. Disconnect the autopilot.
1,000.
Okay. Best of luck, Jerry.
I need it. I have to say, Dan, this is my first time doing a raw. Sorry, an
this
approach with the tracker. It's great.
Honestly, track IR and everything. So if it's off centre line, it'll be because of that. Plus, obviously, the shared cockpit. Oh dear. Yeah,
it's getting very glitchy on this side.
Oh my word, the pressure I can feel. I reckon he's more nervous now doing this simulator with no pressure. There's like 94 people watching over on TikTok and
you
12
don't
people
have to
on
make
YouTube.
it obvious, like.
Well, the pappy lights are aligned, Jerry. You're doing well. It's manual. This is as well.
Oh god! Oh my god! The pressure. Land.
Any pilots on board?
Anybody give me a hand here? So, I'm going to take control here. It's getting very glitchy on this side.
200.
Don't know. Should I buckle up, Jerry? I'm just wondering.
I think it's just strapped in tight. Did I tell you I'm afraid of heights?
20. Retard.
Recharge.
Oh,
Spoilers.
oh, look at that.
Anywhere screen. Oh, diesel. There we go.
Look at that. Fantastic.
Oh my god, the sweat. The sweat. Okay, that's
Butter.
Let's see if we get this
Jerry.
thing off the runway. Now, this is the benefit of the track IR, I think, right? So we're going to turn off on this exit. Let's have a little look to see is there anything out there to... No, it's all clear. Let's go. That is great.
Okay, well, I'll clean up for you.
Please, thank you very much. We did it, Dan.
Oh, it's fantastic. Honestly, this is definitely a new one for me.
and me.
It's really weird being a passenger landing into Heathrow and not being under control, you know?
Yeah. So we'll come down this way. We'll take a spare stand down here somewhere. And the after landing check stand, they're a read and do by yourself.
Okay. Okay, after landing checks complete.
Super, thank you. Okay, I think there's so check, is there a stand over there vacant?
No. there is one further ahead.
Yeah,
yes.
Just a little bit further
Yeah,
on.
a little bit further ahead, just a little bit
use
after
that.
this plane, yeah.
Oh, keep going past this plane, is it?
So take the next left here.
Now, okay.
Yeah. This one, yeah.
Just keep it. Sorry, hit the brake there a little bit.
I think you need your tiller. That's it.
I'm using the stick.
That's it. Matthew Ellum, beautiful landing, Patreon member, business class. Well done, everybody said on TikTok. Thanks, Kim, for the gifts. Thanks, everything, Sim, for the gifts as well. Be interested to see who the top gifter is out of this live so far.
I just think we pull up short there now for it.
Look at that.
So 3, 2, 1 for the brakes. 1, 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Brakes are set. Pressure is checked. and the bleed is on. Engine number 1 off.
Off.
Engine number 2 off. Fuel flows to 0. N1s are spooling down. And now switch the beacon off. Seatbelts first, and beacon is off. Fuel
Wow.
pumps off, and 6 pumps off. Have a parking check, please, Dan.
Okay, parking check, APU bleed,
Is on.
engines,
Are off.
seatbelts,
Are off.
external lights,
Nav and logo
fuel pumps,
are off.
parking brake, and
Is
chocks.
set. And don't know about the chocks at the moment.
ATC transponder,
It's standby.
IRS, performance.
It's performing well.
Yes, I don't. Yes, that's a strange one, that is, isn't it? Check for
Yeah.
the last one anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Parking checklist complete.
We did
There
it.
we go. So, are you on tomorrow? Well, it all depends on Jerry, really. But you know, we can see what we can do.
I'd say we
yeah.
will be.
Yeah. So that'll be great. It'd be great if we can do another flight. So I think we're going to go Glasgow next.
Yeah.
Glasgow's been. I don't know where we can go Glasgow to. Yeah, maybe we can go Glasgow to somewhere else. We'll have a think about that. But yeah, see you tomorrow at some point. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in, and thanks for obviously all the gifts over on TikTok, and thanks to everybody that's tuned in on YouTube. There's 11 people over on YouTube watching at the moment. Big shout out again to our Patreon members. So we'll just go and quickly go through our Patreon. On board. So who's been on board in economy class? Nobody in economy at the moment in Patreon members. In business class, Living History UK, the aviation guy Matthew Allen, who's joined us all stream over on the YouTube. And over on first class we have Christian. There's 11 seats left in first class, and this is how you can join as well. So we have basically free memberships, and it gives you behind the scenes access to content, so a bit more information about what the PC is or anything like that. First class members get a copy of the A to B flight plan as well each stream. So tonight Christian would have got a copy of the flight plan, but also Patreon only streams for business class and first class once a month. So yeah, it's really appreciative of. I'm really appreciative of everybody that's over on Patreon, and everybody that's joined on TikTok as well that are gifting us. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. So next simulator stream, I will be mentioning who the top gifters were on this stream. I think it will be a close call between the flight sim guy, everything sim, and Kim. I think that everything sim and Kim were trying to battle it off there. So we'll see. But whoever it is on the stats, I'll screenshot it and I'll put it as part of the view at the start of next stream, just to say thanks to everybody. Okay, well, okay. So Martin has said Glasgow to Belfast. It might be a bit of a short flight, that though. That's the only thing. It is quite close. Yeah, Yvonne, thanks for tuning in. It's great to have you know, sort of yeah, somebody that Jerry knows as well in the stream watching. Yeah, so it's great. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.